Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. What you're gonna be doing tonight is you're gonna be doing a strength circuit. It's gonna be focusing on the legs and then the arms, not really the chest, but legs, arms, and abs. We're gonna get the front, back leg, front, back of the arm, as well as the abs on all three sides, so the center and then both sides. We're gonna be doing a minute 5 work to 15 seconds of rest. So if at any time you need more rest than that 15 seconds, make sure that you take it. And you're gonna be doing doubles on each exercise. 2 times on the right, 2 times on the left to really fatigue that muscle, and then moving on to the next one or the opposite side. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Remember, you just set a hand weight for something you can use for some type of weight or resistance, if it's a band or anything like that. We're gonna go ahead and jog in place, get the body warmed up. So here we go. Just jogging in place. We do a few squats, a little stretches, those types of things to really get the body warmed up. The body will warm up a little bit more once we get going because we are going to start with the legs and glutes, which are big muscles. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and have your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. We're going to do squats for about 20-30 seconds or so. When you do the squat, keep the body up nice and tall, elbows to the knees, and push the glutes back. Here we go. Not worried about speed. I'm more worried about good quality movement. So really getting down on that depth. Elbows to knees. Pushing the weight through the heels. And squeezing the glutes on the way up. Keep the body up nice and tall. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Go and take your arms back around behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Give a little lift on those arms. Open up that chest. Large shoulder circles. Go ahead and roll those shoulders backwards. Shoulders other directions. Really making sure that you go all the way through the movement. Squeezing the back, shoulder blades together. And arms out in front of you. Keep the chest in, push to the top of the back. Couple little stretches to warm up the entire core. Feet wide and shoulder width apart. Arms out to the sides. Nice, good old-fashioned calisthenics like exercises. You're going to take your left hand or your right hand to your left toe. Come back up. So kind of that crisscross. If you can't do it with a straight leg, bend the knees slightly. It just means you have tight hamstrings. Ready? Here we go. So stretching out the back of the leg a little bit. Rotating through the core. There is no cardio in this whatsoever because it is, again, all strength. We're looking at strength. So it's up to you to get your cardio in. Maybe go out, go for a nice jog, go for a walk, go for a bike ride. Do like 50 burpees, couple minutes jumping jack. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. What you need is those 2 weights. If you're not using weights, then you need something to put your heels on. So something solid, like a stack, a book, anything like that. So these are my hand weights. I'm gonna go ahead and set them on the floor. I'm gonna butt the ends up right next to each other. And my heels are gonna go up on the weights, right? So I'm always wearing a pair of high heels. If you've got nothing else around, no books, anything like that, and you do have a pair of high heels, you can use those. Seriously. You just need to get your heel elevated. Minute 5 of what's called a high heel squat. So you're going to sit back. You're going to try and get down to that parallel level, right? So your legs are parallel with the ground. 15-second rest, and we're going to do it again. 3, 2, 1, go. So sitting all the way down, squeezing all the way up. Sitting all the way down, get down as far as you can. You're aiming for parallel, which is those knees at that 90 degree, right? Pushing back through those glutes. And when you squat down, look down at your knees. Are they right over the top of your toe? That's what I'm looking for. Squeeze the glutes together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Minute and a half. Or minute 5, sorry. The idea on this entire set, the entire thing that we're doing today, is continuous movement. So pick a pace where you don't stop. Eight seconds. Take that 15-second break. We're going to do that one again. Same thing, heels are up on those weights or whatever you've got. Second set. So down and squeeze on the way up. Nice even tempo. Not slowing down, not stopping at all. You'll notice you're going to feel this a little bit differently than you would regular squats, right? Because that heel is elevated. So it's working that glute and that leg muscle a little bit differently. Make sure that chest is staying up nice and tall. So you're just going straight up, straight down. 30 seconds, then you'll have a 15-second break. And we're going to go into a plie squat. So you're going to find your inner ballerina, which means our feet are going to be wide and our toes are going to be out. We're working on the thighs a little bit. 10 seconds. Squeeze, squeeze. Take that 15-second break. Move those weights out of the way, or the foot, or the high heel. Pick them back off. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Your toes are pointed out. Same movement up and down, except now your knees are going to go out over your toes. Okay. Here we go. Plie squat. Down. Squeeze when you come up. Squeeze the glutes in the back. Feel the stretch in the inner thigh, right? We're going to lengthen out that muscle. And if you can get your feet a little bit wider, go for it. You can also add weight if you want to hold on to your weights. You're going to hold on to your weights, hold them right in your chest so that you don't do the bend over thing. Keep going. We don't ever want this movement, right? This is bending, not squatting. So if you find yourself bending, looking at the floor, you're not squatting. Squeeze on the way up. Stretch on the way down. Squeeze on the way up. You never took ballet. Here's your chance. Maybe take a bar class. 15-second rest. We'll do that again. Depending on your flexibility, your toes might be pointed a little out. You may also be able to get them more side. That's going to stretch a little bit differently, right? Play with it. Works through the point use. Second set. Here we go. Remember, no bending. Squatting. Down. Squeeze as you come up. Think about those nice, long, lean dancer legs. After this, we're going to what we call a piston lunge. We're going to do 2 sets on the right and then 2 sets on the left. And what we're going to do is we're going to have our left foot planted. We're going to lunge forward, touch in the middle, lunge backwards, touch in the middle, lunge forward. We're going to keep doing that movement back and forth. So it's almost like a dance step. And it's going to burn a lot. Just tell it. 8 seconds. Remember, we have 15-second break in between. Get water. Do whatever you need to do. Here we go. Get our mat out of the way. Piston lunge. Left foot planted, like it's glued to the ground. Lunge forward, tap in the middle, lunge backwards, tap in the middle, lunge forward. We're not looking for speed, we're looking for depth. Here we go, left leg planted. Lunge forward, tap, lunge backwards, tap. Lunge forward, Lunge backwards. Now your forward lunge, keep going. When you do your forward lunge, don't go so far forward that you have to like throw your body to get it off the ground, right? To get your foot off the ground. If it means you just go forward a little and lunge down, and then a little lunge back. The left leg is doing the work. It is constant up and down movement. The right leg is just moving. It gets a little push at the top. We've got 2 sets on the same side. This is why I told you it was going to burn a little. If you need to, you can alternate. So if you need to, switch legs, plant the right leg, do the move on the left. If you're really looking to burn out that left side, do the same side. Ready? Go. So step forward, backwards. And you may notice you have a little bit more flexibility. Like I lunge backwards better than I do forward. That's the mobility issue that I have. And I continue to work on. Oh my goodness, it's starting to burn, right? Maybe. I think we were doing legs today. Legs and arms. Summer's coming. Shorts and tank tops. Remember, pick a pace that you can keep going, even if it means it's slower. I'd rather you be slow than sloppy. Muscle balance. 5 seconds. Other side. Same movement. If you alternate it, go back to the right, to the left side. Left side moving right side. Left side stable, right side moving. Otherwise, doubles on the right. Here we go. Forward and back. And just like you might notice, the forward to back is different. You might also notice right and left are a little different. Why we want to do the unilateral exercises, meaning we do one side against itself versus the other. In addition to things that are like squat, that are both things together. Because we want to try and correct that imbalance. And the only way to do that is to make that muscle work for itself. Quite yet. It's no cardio, it brings the heart rate up. We're using big muscles. You can have your hands anywhere. You're going to notice I talk a lot because you're not in here. I want you to feel connected. You can have your hands anywhere, just don't put them on your leg. Okay? Because what I don't want you to do, take that 15-second break. I don't want you to push up to get up and rinse your back or twist. I want your legs to do the work. Last set. Alternating sides if you were alternating. Same side if you were on the same side as me. After this, we're going to go down to the floor. And we're going to do some outer thigh and glute work. Let's have 3 parts. And we want to try and hit them all. So we're going to do something called a hydrant. You're going to be down on all 4s. And you're going to lift your leg. Yes, like a little hydrant, there, little dog. We're going to set on the right. And then we're going to do a donkey kick. We're just going to kick back. Then we're going to do the same thing on the left. Keep body nice and tall. 12 seconds. Keep breathing. Down to that hydrant. 15 seconds to get there. not to look up at the camera or the TV or anything like that, because we don't want to raise your neck. I'm going to do it for this first for you to show you. Take your right leg out and back in. Out and back in. Keep going. Let me explain it to you as you go. Keep your left knee directly under your hip. Don't push your body to the side. Right? See that angle? We don't want that. We want straight up and down. Lift and lower. If these are easy for you and you want to continue to do them somewhere down the line, you can get one of those lovely booty bands, that's what they're called. And you wrap it around your legs and then push against that. Squeeze on the way up. Bring it down nice and slow. No gravity. Your left leg needs a little work. I'm holding you there if you're holding yourself straight and down. I turn sideways so you can see the kickback. Now we're going to work on the other part of that glute. Same position, shoulders in line with the arms or wrists. Knees straight up and down. All you're going to do, hang on. Hips lift up. Come back down slightly. Don't bring your knee all the way in, right? So you're up, come back down. So it's just a nice little kick. Lead with your heel. Right? Push your heel, almost like you have a glass of water sitting on your foot. When you're in class, I put a yoga block on your foot, right? So that it requires you to keep your foot flat. And you notice just by keeping your foot flat, you work that foot a little bit more. Versus if you point the toe, right? And get that little arch thing going. Keep the belly nice and tight, keep your back flat. Push straight up through that heel. Left leg's getting work from holding you there. Hydrant on the left first. Remember, we're going to keep that right leg in line. We're not going to go where we're leaning over. We're going to keep our wrists in line with our shoulders. We're going to take that left leg up to the side. Here we go. Try and keep your head in line with your neck, with your spine, right? So don't pop your head up and try to lift this. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. Keep your back nice and level. Really squeeze at the top and come down nice and slow. Squeeze the abs, pull outward at the same time. It's a long time, huh? Now the kick back, right? The doctor kick. Again, shoulders in line with wrist. Not bringing it all the way through, not swinging it. I want you to control it. I want muscle over momentum. Here we go. So it comes up. Remember to lead with that heel. Try and keep that foot nice and flat. Maybe if you bought something, throw it on there. Maybe not today, but maybe some other time. And even when you come down, bring it down just to where the knee would almost hit the mat. It doesn't come all the way through. Just kind of comes down, almost like, no. After this, go to arms. Go to bicep curls. You're going to want to grab your weight or your band if you're going to use the band. Or whatever you're using as weights. If you don't have weights, you still do the movement. You just have to squeeze like you're holding on to something, like you have to act like you have one. But I'm sure you can find something in your apps. And we're gonna do right side, left side, so you actually only need one. Here we go, stand it up. Grab the weights, grab water if you need to. Now I've got both, but we're only gonna move one at a time. Because the second one, you're gonna hold in that 90-degree angle. So right side, all the way up, all the way down. And that left one is just hanging out in that 90-degree, right? If you only have the one weight, just do the move on the right. I want it all the way down to the hip, all the way up to the shoulder. And I want you to keep your elbow nice and close to your side. See, mine is glued to my side. Side of my arm is touching my side. On both sides, right? So that it's bicep and not shoulder. All the way to the top, nice and slow, controlled. This direction where your palms are facing out is called traditional. And on the second set, we're going to do hammer. Minute and a half, constant movement. That left one's starting to get a little heavy, right? Take that 15-second break. For the left one, we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to do a hammer curl. We're going to do a hammer hold also, which means you're going to hold it up, and your palm is going to be facing in instead of out, so the weight's going to be up and down. And the weight on the right is going to move the same way. So get that left arm set, and the left or the right arm is going to move the same way. So palms are in. You do palms in the first time, flip them up, and do traditional. Same rules, all the way to the shoulder, all the way down, constant movement, no gravity, right? Nice and slow. You see my down is pretty slow. Keep breathing, keep squeezing. We're gonna do the exact same thing on the right side. The left side. Traditional first. The traditional hold, and hammer with a hammer hold. Come on. Take a 15-second break. Put the weights down if you need to. Shake the arms out. Traditional hold on the right. Traditional curl on the left. 2 more minutes, biceps. Here we go. So traditional hold first, set it up. Now that right arm is pretty fatigued, right? It's like screaming at you right now. If you need to, drop the weight and just hold the arm there. Okay? If your wrist is bugging you, do the same thing. Set the weight down. Just hold it, just squeeze. So like right now, I don't have the weight in my hand, but I'm squeezing my fist like I have the weight. And if I didn't have weights at all during this whole thing, I could do the same thing, right? I can squeeze all the way up, and squeeze all the way down. I don't know if you can see it. Keep going. You can still see my bicep is working, right? So you get a little closer. So doing that, right? You can still see that bicep is doing work, even though I'm not holding a weight. Because I'm forcing it, I'm squeezing. So guys, don't have to wait. Still do the move. You become your own way. Take a break. Hammer hold, hammer curl. Here we go. So hammer hold and hammer curl. For triceps, we're going to do 2 different exercises, but they're kind of the same. So we're going to do a kickback, which is basically this move only going backwards. We're going to do that on the right and left. And then we're going to do an isometric hold on the right and an isometric hold on the left. And that one's up to you to add the resistance. And you might find that the isometric is actually harder than the movement. Keep breathing. Tricep kickback, grab that weight, or maybe it's something lighter if you don't have, if you're using a heavy weight. You're gonna bend over almost like you're gonna get sick. Don't get sick, okay? But it reminds you that you wanna be in that kind of hunched over position. Get your elbow up in a chicken wing. Weight is right at the chest, straight back, bring it straight back down. The only thing that's moving is my elbow, right? My core, my tummy is nice and tight. My legs are in that partially squat position, right? My shoulder isn't going anywhere. And the only thing that's moving is my elbow to bring that weight back and back up to the shoulder. Squeezing back up to the shoulder. 2 sets, one on the right, one on the left. You still have 24 seconds. With this one, if your belly starts to hurt, your back starts to hurt, you can put your hand on your leg because nothing's moving, right? It's your arm. 5 seconds. Keep going. Other side. Same thing. Bend over like you're going to get sick. Don't get sick. Legs, right? There's that little bit of there. Elbow up in chicken wing. I said chicken wing because see it's sticking back. It's not like down here. I'm not trying to do it like this, right? I'm up here. Starts at my chest. Kicks back. Comes straight back down. Again, one side might be stronger than the other. Don't let gravity take over. So push back and don't go like this. Don't push back and go like this. That means your weight's too heavy. Control up and down.
Are you ready?
Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We're going to tricep the back of that arm. Little bit of shoulder because it has to help hold. 20 seconds. Put the hand on the leg. You're starting to get that quiver in your back or your leg. Two. Now without the weight, this is where it's up to you. I want you to take your right arm. I want you to push it back behind you, flat palm, right? Still get in that same position. And I want you to push it up to the ceiling as high as you can. And when it starts to relax, I want you to push it higher and higher and higher. I want you to try and push the ceiling away. So get back over there, push, 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 push. And you're gonna see it's gonna tense up that arm, right? And that arm's gonna want to relax. You're gonna want to push a little harder. Keep pushing. This is isometric. It's causing that muscle to push, push, push. Don't let it drop. Keep pushing it. If it starts to relax, push it harder. Push it higher. Keep pushing. That tricep should tense up. And then it should go, oh, okay, I got this. And then it should snap. And that's when you push higher. Push the ceiling away. 20 seconds. This is what's going to hurt tomorrow. I know you don't believe me. Squeeze the triceps. Squeeze that muscle. It should be screaming at you right now. Squeeze it harder. It's a tiny little muscle and it's really bad. Oh. Switch sides. So you feel it, right? It starts to go like, oh my goodness, and then it starts to go, oh my God, this relaxes, and then you got to squeeze it harder. Get in that position. Take that arm, push it up. You'll notice right now my arm seems level, right? By the end of this, it'll be a lot higher. Because right now it's starting to loosen, so I'm gonna push it a little bit higher. And it's okay that you're left or your right hand on your leg. And start to relax again. Now push a little bit higher. It's time under tension is what we're looking for. Oh, it's getting mad. Push a little higher. Squeeze it. 25 seconds. I know you know where that muscle is right now. Squeeze it. Squeeze it nice and hard. Push higher. We got abs after this. That's all that's left. Just 3 different exercises on abs. Push, push, push. 12 seconds. Push higher. Breathe. Oh. Low plank. 2 rounds. And by plank, I mean plank, not mountain. You're not mountains. Let me stop this for a second so I can show you plank. You might need a second to shake out your arms. What I'm looking for with plank is not a mountain. I'm looking for low plank, which means I need you down on your elbows. Okay? This is low plank, right? Get to where you think your hips belong and then drop them down about 1 inch. That's low plank. This is sagging horse, right? And this is a mountain. You don't want that. If you need to, you can do a modified low plank, and it's actually a little bit more difficult for some people. Put your knees on the ground. Instead of your elbows being in line with your shoulders, put your elbows out a little bit further until you feel that pull on your belly. If you want to do this one, you can still do this. And like I said, the further your elbows are out, the more difficult it is. I'm going to do 1 round regular and 1 round modified so you can see that. 1 minute and 5 seconds with a 15-second break. Ready? They're like, no. Low plank. 3, 2, go. The first round, do a regular, right? My elbows and shoulders are in line with each other. Drop my hips down about another inch to where I think they should be. I can see in the mirror, so I can see right. I want you to think about rotating your thighs out, right? So I want you to think about pushing your thighs and rotating out. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Squeeze and breathe. 28 seconds. Take a break if you need to, but come back in. 15 seconds. Almost there, hang on. 8 seconds. Take that break, 15 seconds. Second round, like I said, I'm gonna do modified. So I'm gonna put my knees down, but I'm gonna push my elbows out so they're not in line with my shoulders anymore. And I'm gonna push them out until I feel it pulling on my belly. Here we go. So I line them up first, and then I kind of walk them out. And go, nope. Walk them out a little further. Oh, yeah, there they are. So I'm basically resting on my knees and my elbows. And what's keeping me solid in between is the fact that my core is having to hold me. If you start to feel it in your lower back, right? If you feel that pressure, it means your elbows are out a little bit too far. You need to pull back in. So you're only going to what's comfortable for you for another 27 seconds. We got some low abs. We got some obliques to the side. Keep ready, keep squeezing. 12 seconds. And 4 more minutes. Woo! Take a break for a second. Again, low abs. Gonna take a break for a second. I'm gonna show you how to do them because I'm more interested in the quality than the speed. You've all done bicycles before. At least I think you've done bicycles before. I'm hoping you've done bicycles before. These are a little different. Probably going to need to put your hands underneath your lower back to help support it, not necessarily, because I'm not interested in your elbow hitting your knee. I'm interested in your legs staying about an inch above the ground. Let me show you. I put my hands underneath. And instead of doing bicycles like this up here, I want them like this. I want them low and slow. Right? So almost like you're pushing a gas pedal or running or jogging in place. If you need to, put your hands behind your head. But again, most people find out that they need to have their hands underneath their butt. You have 2 rounds of these back to back. And the goal is to keep your legs about an inch above the floor. 3, 2, go. So nice and low. I just let my head rest on the floor so that it supports my neck. And lead with my heel. And then don't let my legs touch the ground. All I'm doing is squeezing and driving that bicycle, almost like I'm marching when I'm laying down. You should be feeling it in your lower abs right about now. You need to take a break. Put your foot down for a second. Breathe. Timer. 12 seconds. Now, modified version, if you're like, I don't think I can do another round of this. Bring your legs up a little higher, more like the traditional bicycle, or actually just do the move with them riding across the ground for a couple, and then bring them up for 1 or 2, and then put them back on the ground, bring it back up, put it back down. Go. Second round. After this, you just have some twists. Get those obliques. While you're doing those, I gotta take a picture of using the class. Keep going. 37 seconds. I want to be able to show you the next ones. Take a break if you need to. Now you get credit for being here. Last exercise, 2 rounds. It's a Russian twist, but there's a little bit of a kick to it. I don't want your feet up off the floor. That doesn't do anything. It really doesn't. Okay. What I'm more interested in is that you lean back. The further you lean back, the more it engages the core and the more it engages the belly, right? On the sides, but also the center. The other thing I want you to strive for is try and get your elbow behind your back, right? Because that's really going to twist and get that oblique on the side. So don't do the cute little feet up off the ground thing. Not interested in that. You want to make it more difficult? Lean back or add some weight. Elbows underneath the back. If you're doing it right here, you're only getting a portion of that oblique, right? That side muscle. If you're doing them back and way under, that's what's going to get everything. That is what we're looking for. 2 rounds. 3, 2, go. So heels are on the ground. You're leaning back. And again, I'm more interested in the movement itself than the speed. When you see people doing them like this, that's great. Keep going. You're using momentum. You're not using muscle. The goal of this class and this session is muscle. I want you to force the muscle to work. So lean back a little further. Keep breathing. Aim for that elbow going underneath that back, right? You should be feeling this. If you're not, lean back further or twist farther in. If you're still not feeling it, you've got super strong abs and you need to add weight. 2 seconds. If it's bothering your back, sit up a little bit higher because again, it's because your abs aren't strong enough and we're putting pressure on the lower back. So you got to listen to your body. Take a break. One more round. The other option, if it bothers your back, is get a ball or a pillow or something like that to help support your lower back, just enough to support it, and only lean back on it enough to barely help support the back, right? Don't like put all your body weight on it. Second round, last thing you gotta do tonight. Remember, I'm looking for quality of movement. I'm not looking for speed. Take a HIIT class with me. That's what we're going for, speed. Keep breathing. You need to stretch after this. There is only one more class. It's next Thursday. You guys are off for spring break. And this class is not on the next session. Just so you know. But I do believe we'll be able to do replays of it. 20 seconds, they should be burning out. Oh my goodness. Breathe. 10 seconds. Give me 10 more good ones. That's less than, that's 1 second. You're not even going that fast. Oh. Excellent job. We're going to go ahead and stretch. You're sitting, so we're going to do some sitting stretches. Take your right leg, twist it around behind you. Your left leg is nice and straight out in front of you. It's a runner's stretch. Lean back as far as you can. Some of you may be able to lay flat on the ground. Feel that stretch in the top of this quad, right? Switch sides, right leg straight, left leg take it back around. Lean back. Only until you start to stretch. Don't hurt yourself. We're going to do the opposite stretch or an opposite version of that. We're going to do something called pigeon. If you're familiar with yoga, you know what this is. If you're not familiar with yoga, I'll show you right now. Take that right knee, put it up in front of you, and put it at like an angle, right? So you see my knee is here, you see my legs kind of going out towards my left side. My left leg is straight back off my heel. And all I'm going to do is lean forward into it. Get down as low as you can. And you should be feeling that stretch in the back part of this leg is bent. The lower you sink down and you get your hips down to the floor, the more it's going to stretch. Switch sides. So all you do is bring your left knee up, push your right leg back, and then point that heel out. That heel in line with that leg. Push it back, and then kind of lay down into it. And the more you get compressed down into the floor, the more you're going to feel stretch. We're going to go ahead and stand up. You're going to stand up nice and slow so you don't get dizzy. So kind of set your feet, roll up nice and slow so you don't get dizzy. Right? Take those arms back around behind you just like in the warm-up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Arms in front of you just like the warm-up. Cave the chest in, push to the top of the back. Triceps. Take that right arm above the head, hold on to your elbow, drop your arm down, try and touch the top of your back. Well, tricep muscle's going to be really bad tomorrow. It's okay. I'll get over it. Switch sides, same thing. Left arm up, hand on the elbow, push it straight back. Try and touch the middle of your back. Stand up nice and tall. Squeeze the belly. Still going outward. Little bicep stretch. Take the thumbs, point them down and away. Almost like that tricep. Remember we pushed our hands straight back? Same idea, but now you got your thumbs pointed down. A little tricep also. And now switch your hands over and point your thumbs back. So before they were pointing away and back, down and back, now they're up and back. And one last stretch for the abs. I'm a little teapot over to the right, or over with the right arm. And I'm a little teapot over with the left arm. So that whole side body. Excellent job. I got your names. Make sure that you go in and do your survey and those some things that you can credit. Next week, last class, 6 o'clock, bring a friend. Good job.
I was late because I went to the wrong link. Could you give
I'm
me
sorry,
the,
what?
I was late because I went to the wrong class. Could you give me
okay.
the
You still got
survey
some of
link?
it.
I missed it. Yeah. But I want you to get the full survey points.
Yeah, that's okay. I have you down as being here. It's important
Okay.
that you're here at the end is what we're looking at.
Okay, cool. And I have to tell you, I've watched some of your YouTube videos like 20 times. I think I'm more than half of your watches. So it's me. I'm your biggest fan. So thank you so much.
Excellent. So I can't wait till we can actually come back into the facility because I love teaching and I love it when I can interact. That's why I talk so much when I'm on the video is because I want people to feel like they're here.
Yeah, my partner did some of your recorded ones with me, and like we even can quote you with like the bring daddy up or bring daddy down, and then the you only have the music as loud as you can hear it, not for us and stuff. We love it. I just big fans. So
excellent. Thank you.
All right, see you later.
Bye. Have a good night.